This is Debs, and this is your TGIF for Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. Great to be with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So let's jump straight in. The deck that I'm using is the Legacy of the Divine. If one of these readings resonates for you and you'd like to book a reading, my website's down below. As you know, guys, I list all the decks, and if you press the join button, you can become a member. So guys, here we go. Starting off with a sign of Aries. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 10th of July, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. What do we have for my lovely Aries? Thank you, Michael. I'm seeing a man in an old-fashioned bowler hat, sort of tipping his hat as if he's saying hello to someone. I don't know, Aries, whether or not somebody's trying to charm you. I don't know, Aries, whether or not somebody's just stepping around you, being super polite. It could be because there were issues between the two of you in the past. Somebody may be treading on eggshells, Aries, or maybe this is you. I don't know, guys. Let's have a look. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Temperance, Five of Swords. Okay. Aries, I think this is you, Aries, having to be very careful around someone because they could be a little bit testy. This is someone who 1 minute they're lovely and chatty and chilled, and the next minute they're causing an argument, or the next minute they're gaslighting you. Aries, you might have had issues with this person. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. I feel as if you're having to just play gently with this person, Aries. Yes, Queen of Swords, because 1 minute they're up, the next minute they're down. You don't know whether or not you're coming or going. Justice, all right. You might want to balance out a situation, or you might want to talk to this person about a contract. But Aries, this is someone who you never quite know what mood they're in. Are they going to be in a relaxed mood? Are they going to be in a good mood? Or are they going to fire back at me? You're treading on eggshells here, Aries. You're treading on eggshells, but you really want to talk to this person about a contract. This could even be your boss. Or you may want to talk to somebody about balancing out a situation, but this could be somebody who is quite avoidant. You know, this is someone who may say, haven't got time, can't talk to you now, really busy, talk to you later. But then when you try and talk to them later, they get angry with you. Yeah, don't keep going on about this. Yes, we will talk about this, but not yet. It's as if, oh, you're constantly on an emotional roller coaster. And Aries, I think you are having to play very gently with this person. I don't know what their issue is. I don't know whether or not they're just simply stressed in their life, but this is not an easy person to talk to. Not an easy person to talk to, Aries. And this is you constantly in fight or flight around this person. Knight of Cups. All right. The Star. Yeah. Aries, you want to heal a situation, or you want there to be peace in a situation. You may be needing to have a conversation with an Aquarius. We have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here. We have Libra in particular. We have Virgo. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Sag. A lot of major arcana in this very small reading already. Eight of Swords. In your head, doing some soul searching. Why is this person behaving as if they really don't want to talk? You may feel as if they're trying to hide something, Aries, and you may be feeling nervous. You may be feeling nervous. The Fool. All right. That's your energy. That's your energy. Four of Swords. Okay. You're going to hold back from doing anything impulsive or anything too risky, because you're afraid, Aries, this person is either going to react very badly towards this, or you're afraid Aries, this person might even point the finger, you know? Page of Swords. Yeah. But what you're thinking about, guys, is I have to deliver a difficult message of truth to this person. I have to tell this person how I really feel. I'm not prepared to keep stepping around them when I have something very important to say. You may feel, Aries, they know what you're going to say, but they don't want to hear it, which is why they're being avoidant, why they're being difficult with you, why they don't want to talk. Yes, okay, Aries, you want to deliver a difficult message of truth about the past. We need to talk about what happened in the past, right? Yes. There could be something here about a child support. There could be something here, Aries, about money that was given to this person in the past. They may not have appreciated what you did for them if this is financial. But Aries, I think what you're realizing is you got to get tough. You got to get tough, because I feel this person has done everything in order for you two not to have this conversation. No, I'm busy. No, it isn't the right time. And then maybe there's sweetness and light with you. Oh, but I did care about you, Aries. Are you okay? You having a good day? And then as soon as they feel as if you're inching towards having that conversation, they turn cold. They tell you they've got something else to do. They back off, right? Or they act as if you're pressurizing them. Aries, you're sick of this. Guys, you're sick of this. I think you are ready to sit this person down and say, okay, we have to talk. We have to talk. Yeah, guys. Wow, Aries. 5 of Pentacles. This could be about money. Aries, this could be about money. King of Wands. You want to have a serious conversation with this person. Now, you could be a female who feels as if a King of Wands is avoiding a conversation. Or Aries, you could be a masculine. But you are going to talk. Oh, yes. Aries, nothing's going to stop you. And I think what you want to talk about is leaving, moving, right? Yes, you want to completely change the situation, or you may be wanting to leave this person. They could be a Scorpio. You may be trying to have a conversation with a Scorpio to say, I'm sorry, it's not working out. Or Aries, you may want to transform the situation, but you may feel this person doesn't want to hear it. I think what you're recognizing, Aries, is they're going to be angry. You may even, Aries, want to end the situation with this person. Whatever this is, you're going to have to get tough. You're going to have to wave away any moodiness, wave away any arguments. This person might have overreacted about this because they simply didn't want to have this conversation. But Aries, you are going to sit this person down and say, I have been thinking about this a long time. I've got something difficult to tell you. It's about the past. I'm sorry, but everything has to change. That is what you're saying, Aries. Yeah. Let's move into the hidden truth. Archangel Michael, why is this person being so awkward around Aries? Why don't they want to talk? Why are they in this sort of nervous energy around Aries? Oh, they know they messed up everything. So Aries, this is guilt. This is guilt. They did something. Oh, I wish I could take back my words. Okay. All right, Aries, I think you tried to gently talk to this person about a situation that you weren't happy with. It could be about anything, guys. It could be, I'm sorry, this isn't working. I want to end it. It could be, I gave you a lot of money in the past. I can't do that anymore. I'm broke. It could be about child support. It could be you want to talk to this person about something they did in the past. Aries, they have been gaslighting you, avoiding this conversation, not wanting to talk, being very up and down with you because they messed up. What would this person want to say to Aries? What else? Okay, they are becoming a better person. So Aries, they screwed up in the past. They said something which might have caused you to sit there thinking, okay, this is really done. Or they might have said something that was unforgivable, Aries. They are becoming a better person, but I think emotionally, Aries, this has been done for a long time. Now, this is not necessarily a romantic situation. This could be a family member who said something or did something unforgivable, Aries. You might have forgiven them in the moment, but you may feel that you've done a lot for this person, possibly over quite a long time, and rather than appreciate what you've done, they've simply been moody, they've been difficult, they have gaslit you, they have maybe pointed the finger, they have refused to apologize properly, they might have passed the blame to somebody else, and Aries, you are sick of it. And you are saying, I have something to tell you here. You're going to give this person a difficult message of truth, okay? All right, guys. So, Aries, I am leaving it there. I really hope that's helped to take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Taurus. Hello, my beautiful Taurians. How goes it, guys? Happy Friday. We're nearly there. Hang on in there. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my beautiful Taurians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine? What do we have for Taurus, please? Moving into the weekend and into a brand new week, 10th of July, 2026. Can't believe we're into July, guys. Unreal. Unreal. Taurus, you're feeling very sensitive at this point of time. You might have felt a bit hurt by someone, or you may simply want to spend some time by yourself. You may be in your head a great deal. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. You may be slightly worried about your financial situation, or you may feel someone is beginning to emotionally detach from you. The 3 of Wands. You may be thinking about someone at a distance, or you may be feeling as if you need to embrace change. You may feel left out in the cold. You may be worried about money. You may feel, okay, something has to give here. Something needs to change. 5 of Cups. You're very unhappy about a situation. There might have been problems with someone, Taurus. The Fool could have had issues with an Aries, or I'm just getting a feeling, Taurus, as if you want to shrug off the old and sort of bounce into a beautiful new situation because you're so sick of feeling the way you're feeling. Yeah, you're really thinking about this. 4 of Swords, you're really thinking about this. I mean, this is the equivalent, Taurus, of you having been in the same routine or the same job or with the same person for the last 20 odd years. You desperately need something fresh. You desperately need something to get excited about. You need a new goal to conquer. You need to feel as if you're really progressing in your life, because this is just stalemate. I mean, this could simply, Taurus, be you feeling bored, guys. Simply that. Simply that. My lovely Taurians. Page of Cups. Is this what's coming, Taurus? Are you going to say to someone, I am sorry, but everything has to change? I don't know. Or Death card. You may be saying to someone, I'm sorry, but we have to embrace massive change. The Wheel of Destiny. Wow. Okay. 2 of Swords. Now, for some of you Taurians, you may be apologizing to a younger water sign, to an Aries or to a Scorpio, to say, I'm really sorry, but I can't move into a cycle with you, or I can't continue being with you. Or you may be saying to someone, I am sorry, I can't live like this anymore. Things have to change, or this is over. They may be refusing to move into a new cycle, Taurus, and this is you just feeling stuck. They may be refusing to make a massive change. 7 of Swords. Okay, whoever this person is does not want to face change. because the way they're feeling, Taurus, at the moment is victory and success. Why are we wanting to change things, Taurus? Because we're in a good place, right? I mean, everything is good. But this person may be one of these people who's incredibly worried about what other people think. They may be, in the nicest sense, all about their status. They may be wanting to feel as if they're head and shoulders above other people. And that might be your issue, Taurus. This person's ego's getting in the way. What you are saying to this person is, we have to embrace change. We have to progress here. You're trying to sort of light a fire up this person's butt, Taurus, but they're not doing anything. With the energy of the Ten of Cups, Taurus, you may be saying to this person, I think we should move. I think we should move. Nine of Wands, because this is you feeling stressed out. Now, you could be wanting to say to this person, we need to move because of financial issues. You may be saying to this person, look, I'm really not happy in the situation. Nothing's progressing here. I feel as if we've been in the same old place, the same old house for 20 odd years. I'm desperate for change. But you may be dealing with somebody who's quite fixed in their thoughts. You know, this could be you, Taurus, just pulling it out of thin air. This could be you. You might have been married as a feminine to a masculine for a long time. He loves the fact that you're sitting in a beautiful 4-bedroom house in a gorgeous area because it gives him a sense of status, right? He's achieved this beautiful house. He feels good telling people he lives in this beautiful big house. But Taurus, you're there thinking, well, yes, but we can only just afford the mortgage. Or you're thinking, well, yes, you know, we paid off the mortgage, but we haven't got a lot of ready cash to spend on just enjoying our lives because it's all wrapped up in the house. So you may be saying to your partner, Taurus, well, why on earth don't we sell this house worth, I don't know, again, pulling it out of thin air, 750 grand, I don't know where that came from, 750,000, and move into somewhere that is much more reasonable so we can release the equity to enjoy for the rest of our lives. You may be saying to this person, look, I think we should just downsize, or I don't think we need a house this big, or I don't think we need to live in this exclusive area anymore because we're not getting out and about to enjoy the area as we did. So what's the point in sitting in this beautiful house, right? Why don't we sell the house, buy something smaller, downsize, and then we will have cash to really enjoy the rest of our lives. But you're dealing with somebody who is saying, nope, this is my house. I am staying here. I am staying here, right? Now, you could be a masculine Taurian who's got a few problems with your partner, who is absolutely, definitely not wanting to leave her beautiful house. She loves her kitchen. She loves her garden. She absolutely doesn't want to move. But you may be thinking, Taurus, we can't really afford to stay here, you know. But she's adamant. She's adamant because she loves the fact that for her, this is status, you know. She loves people knocking on the door and going, oh, what a beautiful house, what a beautiful house, you know. Maybe she sees that as her achievement. So you could be a masculine dealing with a feminine. But I think, Taurus, you're trying to get through to this person because you feel you guys should make a change. 3 of Cups, you are wanting to move into a celebratory energy. King of Wands, interesting. So Taurus, this could be you, this could be your partner. You want to, wow, I don't know why, I'm suddenly feeling very tearful for someone. It's as if you want to celebrate the past. You know, this is you wandering around a house or a garden where your kids grew up. You want to celebrate the past, but you desperately want your person to see that things have to change. Things have to change. You two have been sat in self-love almost for too long. Yes, we've enjoyed the house. Yes, you know, it's been wonderful, but we have to think about the future. I think, Taurus, with the 8 of Swords, whether you're male or female, you have been up in your head about a situation. It may well be that you might even have received a difficult message of truth from your child. Mom, Dad, I'm broke. And this is you feeling really bad because you're sat in a house worth $750,000 and they can't even get on the housing ladder, but your partner's refusing to move. It could be something like that. Or Taurus, this is you getting tough. Hierophant, this is your energy. This might be you getting tough. You may be saying to your person, after some soul searching, Virgo energy, I think we need to consider massive change. I think we need to really look at changing our situation here. But you could have been dealing with someone who loved living in the area, loved the status, right? Loved throwing parties in their house. But I feel, Taurus, what you're trying to relay is times have changed, right? Times have changed. Yeah, underneath that is the Chariot. I think, Taurus, you are wanting this person to consider a massive change, uprooting and moving. It could be simply to release money so you two have more liquid cash getting older. It could be you want this person to agree to move because you may want to give money to children or grandchildren. Whatever this is, Taurus, you are needing to get through to this person. The house is the problem, right? 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands. This person wants to sit in victory and success, but Taurus, you feel you should move, or you feel change has to happen. What is this person going to say? Whoever you are, whoever they are, what is this person going to say who is not wanting to move? The Devil. Could be a Capricorn. Okay. This person may feel that you're obsessed with this, Taurus. You may bring this up a lot in conversation. King of Cups. Could be your person, Taurus. Or it may well be that whomever the King of Cups is not telling you that he simply loves his life. He simply loves his life. He loves his life. He loves the house. 4 of Wands. Whereas Taurus, you may be nudging him, you know, come on, we really need to do this. Yeah, we really need to work on change here. You're also talking to him about money wrapped up in a house, okay? I don't know if he's going to agree to move. Is he going to agree to move? All right, wow. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Taurus, I think if you put a little bit more pressure on him in the nicest sense, if you really feel this is what you should do, then he may well agree. Because, Taurus, this is you giving him a difficult message of truth as a feminine here. We've made past mistakes financially. This could be half the reason why you feel you should move. So I could be dealing with a feminine here. But your partner, who could be a King of Cups, but we have all the other signs on the board here, whoever this person is, has been blocking this decision. But I think, Taurus, if you nudge him a little bit more, eventually he's going to give in. Okay? All right, guys. Let's just see what the angels have to say. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what guidance do the angels have for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Improving health. Taurus, if you can get this person, if you can persuade this person to move, it's going to also improve your health. It could be it's a smaller house. It could be it's a nicer area. It could be an area that is more green and leafy. If you've been living somewhere noisy with traffic fumes, I don't know. You may have asthma issues for some of you. Abundance. Or it's going to improve the health of your financial situation. There you go. Or both. Or both, Taurus. Okay. Remain positive. Okay. So, Taurus, whoever you are on the mix, male or female, I think you are going to manage to persuade your partner that change is needed. They are going to have to drop their ego. They are going to have to agree, for whatever reason, that this is the right decision. I think they know it, Taurus. But they feel you're obsessed with this. And it's just because they love the house or they love the area. But what you're saying is, no, things need to change. All right? So guys, stand your ground. And I think, Taurus, this is going to go your way. All right. So my beautiful Taurians, I am leaving it there. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. So here we go, Gem. I hope you guys are well. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Geminis, please? Masculine or feminine? Friday, the 10th of July, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. What do we have for my Geminis? I'm hearing the word circumnavigating. You could be circumnavigating a situation, creating a plan, working, I'm hearing, from the outside in. There may almost be a situation, Gem, where you are treading gently around someone, trying to persuade someone to take a course of action that you know they don't want to take. Treading gently, right? Let's just mention it now and again, then mention it a bit more. I don't know, Gems. Let's jump in, guys. Let's have a little looky. All right. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. That came out for my Taurians. 5 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords. Gem, you may be thinking about money. You may be feeling a bit left out in the cold. You're in your head. Maybe about divorce, or maybe about an unequal give and take situation. You're definitely thinking about money, Gemini. You're thinking about money, and you're thinking about overindulgence. Wow. So, Gem, you may have overindulged someone and then you regretted it, because maybe you're thinking, well, now they just take it all for granted. They don't appreciate what I've done for them. 2 of Swords. All right. Gemini, you're closing your checkbook, guys. You're zipping up your purse. You're saying, yeah, no more. No more overindulgence. No more. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Can't give you any more. Okay. 8 of Wands. You're having a really straight conversation with someone here, Gemini. Yeah, you're taking charge. You're coming through as the Emperor. Wow. You're taking charge of a situation, Gemini. You may be talking to a Queen of Cups. You may be saying to this Queen of Cups, I'm sorry, but I can't pay for luxury holidays anymore. I can't give you so much housekeeping anymore. I can't have you going off and spending money on designer clothes anymore. We simply can't afford it. Or you could be talking, Gemini, to an older child who you might have, in the nicest sense, pampered. And what you are saying to this older child is, I'm sorry, but the bank of mom and dad is closed. You're going to have to go out and get a job, right? The Hierophant. Yeah. Yeah. You're taking charge of this situation, Gemini. What you're saying is, we are now going to be moving back into a much more traditional situation. No more handouts, no more pandering. You are... I keep hearing pulling the drawstring closed. I'm seeing an old-fashioned purse with a drawstring. You're pulling the drawstring closed. Yep. Okay. You're getting serious. Yes, you are telling someone a difficult message of truth. Sorry, but there's not going to be any more money. Sorry, can't give you any more. Because, Gemini, you've been sat stressing out about this, thinking if this continues, I'm going to be completely broke. I'm going to be completely broke. So, Gemini, you're standing at crossroads, guys, as the Emperor. What you're thinking about is, unless this person stops asking for money, or unless this person gets themselves into a situation where they are independent rather than codependent on me, unless that happens, the tower's going to fall. I'm going to get myself into debt. We're going to have to sell the house, right? Yeah, because Gemini, you're in a situation where you are literally juggling 2 pentacles. You are literally juggling 2 pentacles. So guys, you're getting tough with an older child, or you are getting tough with your partner, but you are coming through as the Emperor and you are taking charge. I've given you so much. I've overindulged you. Enough, 2 of Swords. I'm taking control now. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, Gemini. Knight of Pentacles. You are manifesting holding back from giving someone any more money because you are simply sat in fear, Gemini. Yeah. That they will just move into a lovely, temperate, peaceful place. Oh, Dad is always going to pay my bills. Oh, Dad will always get me out of debt. This is your wife saying, oh, my husband won't deny us our luxury holiday. We have it every year. He doesn't mind occasionally if I go out to the shops or I spend money online. Gemini, you are saying enough. Enough. What you're saying to your person is, we have to embrace change here. Yes, it's been wonderful. Yes, we've had wonderful times in this house. You've enjoyed the money. You've enjoyed being codependent, but enough, right? Page of Wands, can't do it anymore. You may be getting cross with this person because there's a sense here, Gemini, that you're also enlightened with the Sun, that they're just going to keep expecting you to give. And you can't do it. You literally can't do it. You're juggling 2 pentacles, Gemini. And what you're saying to your person is, this is stressing me out. I'm standing at crossroads. I'm kind of waiting for a tower moment because, you know, I'm going to get to a situation where I'm not going to have any money left because I have overindulged you. Yeah? All right, guys. Let's have a look and see, Gemma, what this person would want to say to you. Here we go, Gem. Archangel Michael, what would this person want to say to Gemini? What would this person want to say to Gemini? Ooh, I hid who I really am from you. I hid who I really am from you. Oh my gosh. Wow, Gemini, that's kind of left me reeling. So did this person hide who they really were from you? Ooh, and they hide behind material things. Okay, Gem, this is going to be tough. You're coming through as the Emperor, but this person is actually all about the money, all about the material things, all about the stability, all about what you can give to them. That is what they have been hiding from you. Now, I'm not suggesting, Gemini, they're only with you for what you can give them, but be very careful if you're the Emperor. I want to feel that way again. Gemini, maybe you used to give this person presents. Maybe you did used to overindulge this person. Maybe you used to buy this person flowers if they're your partner every single weekend, or you bought them expensive gifts, or you took them away on luxury holidays. They want that again. They want that lifestyle again. They want to feel pampered again. But Gemini, this isn't healthy. Whoever this person is, child, partner, whoever this person is, this is someone obsessed with things, someone obsessed with material things, with you giving to them. This is someone who is almost unhealthily codependent. And Gemini, you have to break this pattern. Otherwise, you're going to end up broke. And I've got to be honest, you may even want to rethink your connection to this person, because if they have hidden the fact that they are simply materialistic, do you really want them in your life, Gemini? Now, if this is your wife, it's obviously a tough one. But if this is a child who is refusing to get a job, wanting to sit at home whilst you pay for everything, Gemini, then you are going to have a really straight conversation with them. Page of Swords is, this cannot continue. Okay, guys? All right. Wow. So, Gems, you're going to get tough. I do hope this reading has helped. I'm leaving it there. Have a lovely weekend, Gemini. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. So, Cancer, it is nearly the weekend. It is nearly the weekend. Let's see what's going to be happening. Oh, nearly jogged the camera. You okay? All right. What do we have for my beautiful Cancerians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have for Cancer? heading into the weekend and into a brand new week, Friday the 10th of July, and it is flipping hot here in the south of France. It is really warm. I'm not in the posh area of the south of France. I'm in the Aude region, which is a bit rough and ready, but it's still quite hot. Heading down near to the Spanish border, quite near Perpignan. Anyway, enough about me. What do we have for my lovely Cancerians? Thank you, Michael. Why did I say all that? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm in a chatty mood today. Right, let's have a look, people. Ooh, the Hermit. You may be thinking of a Virgo, or you, Cancer, may be doing some soul searching, pulling back to think. Ace of Wands, thinking about a passionate new start, or understanding, Cancer, that someone else wants a passionate new start, right? Ace of Swords, the Truth. Ooh, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Judgment. Wow. Wow. This is a very big decision, I think, Cancer, that's coming. Emperor. And I have to say, Cancer, you're coming through as a masculine here. Now, as always, guys, you could be a feminine selling your masculine. Or, of course, we could be looking at someone here wanting a passionate new start with you. But you, Cancer, if you're a feminine energy, may want to get married. And this person is thinking, do I want to get married? So we have Virgo energy here, we have Sag, and we have Aries. And in the middle, we have a passionate new start. The truth has come out, and someone is needing to make a very serious decision to take control of a situation. Cancer. Oh, could be to move. Could be to move forward. That is your energy, Cancer. That is victory and success. Gosh. Wow. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this could be a conversation about moving in together, right? Five of Wands. Internal conflict. This is a big decision. Internal conflict. We may have a child in the mix here. Now, Cancer, if you are a feminine, you may have had a child with a guy who can't stop thinking about you. You two may never have got married, or you may have brought up this child on your own, or this could be a baby, a young baby. But this Emperor may not have wanted to get married. I think this Emperor is changing his mind. This could even have been, Cancer, if you're a feminine, you falling pregnant unexpectedly. And this Emperor's been doing some soul searching, realizing he wants to make an honest woman of you. He wants you guys to get hitched. And this could be the biggest shock of your life. This could be the father of your child talking to you about, maybe for the sake of the child, we should consider getting married. What do you think? We should move in together. And this is you believing that you would have been a single parent for the rest of your life. This Emperor is ready to get serious now. You could also, Cancer, be a masculine who is trying to make a serious judgment call to relocate because there might have been arguments and disagreements in a situation. It might have involved children, and for some reason, you may feel that if you move, if you relocate, an issue will be solved somehow. Somehow. There's going to be a lot of conversation, Cancer, about an argument or issues in the past, disagreements in the past. Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, Cancer, you could be coming through as the Queen of Wands. You may even, Cancer, have been this guy's lover. You could have fallen pregnant. It could even be that situation. You may have been very angry about this for a long time. He may be ready to leave his wife to marry you. Either that, or we could be looking at a situation, Cancer, where there were a lot of arguments as a masculine because your Queen of Wands wanted you to commit to her, but you weren't sure. Do I just find this woman incredibly sexy? Am I ready to get married? Do I want to get married? And this may be you deciding, yes, I do. I do want to get married. You two might even have been arguing about having children if you're not married, right? Because this female might have said to you, well, hang on, I've got no stability. You may want a child with me, but, you know, if we're not married, I'm not going to feel stable, so no. And Cancer, as a masculine, you may be thinking, all right, well, if I want to have a child with this woman I'm very attracted to and a woman that I love, then maybe we should just get married. This could even be a family situation, Cancer, where you may have had a lot of arguments and disagreements with an older child. Queen of Wands, you could be daddy, right? You might feel as if this Queen of Wands is a bit wayward, a bit difficult to deal with, could be a child of yours. She may have constantly apologized to you for things she did. And you may be saying to your wife, Cancer, I want out of this environment. I don't want to live anywhere near our older child because she keeps running to me or keeps running to us with her problems. And she's really unpleasant with it. You may be moving away from an older child, Cancer. I mean, whatever this is, guys. The whole point is you are wanting to move to a calmer place in your life. Beautiful energy, Cancer. And with the Page of Wands, you have a lot of thinking to do. You are needing to make a decision. You may be telling someone, I have good news for you. Or you may be saying to someone, enough of the arguing. I'm sick of this. Things need to change. Things need to change. Underneath the deck. Okay. So we got the Ten of Cups. We have the Star card, Aquarian energy. You want peace and calm, Cancer. You are wanting the Ten of Cups. But you sat in confusion. Okay. Either about money or worried about feeling left out in the cold. And so you haven't wanted to look at this. You haven't really wanted to look at making this decision. But I think, Cancer, you've been doing a lot of soul searching about this. And you have made up your mind pertaining to what you want to do. You have made up your mind. Because, Cancer, you have been looking at past mistakes. I should have married this woman 5 years ago, right? I should have said to an older child, I'm not dealing with your crap anymore. Whatever this is, Cancer, you are taking charge. And this is going to go your way. Whatever you want to happen here, Cancer, it is going to go your way. Let's see what the angels have to say. Let's have a look, guys. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what's the advice for my lovely Cancerians in the situation? All right, recovery. Okay. Recovery in the near future. Big happy changes. Okay. Well, those messages could relate to either situation. If, Cancer, you are dealing with a difficult child coming through as a Queen of Wands, impulsive, impetuous, you know, this could be a father-daughter dynamic where you always spoilt this child of yours. She expected everything from you, but she always got herself into trouble, Cancer, and you always had to bail her out. You're not doing it anymore. You are moving away from the area. She could live in the area, or if she actually lives in your house, you may be saying to her, I'm sorry, I'm downsizing. You're going to have to go and get a job. You're going to have to find somewhere else to live. I can't support you under my roof anymore. Not dealing with it, right? She's not going to be happy, Cancer. She may have an argument with you about this, Knight of Swords, but daddy, and you're saying, nope, sorry, no daddy. No, you go live your own life now. I'm moving to calmer waters. I'm not dealing with you anymore. Page of Wands could be a child of yours. Now, Cancer, if you are wanting to lock this Queen of Wands down, there could have been arguments and disagreements. You may have wanted a child with her, but she may have said, nope, unless you get married, nope. You are ready, Cancer, to put a ring on it. Yeah? Because she might have stood her ground. You are ready to recover the situation with your Queen of Wands in the near future. And you guys could be getting married. Big happy changes. Okay? So my gorgeous Cancerians, I am leaving it there. I hope it's helped. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Leo. Here we go, my gorgeous Leos. We are nearly there, guys. Hang on in there. This is your T.G.I.F for Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. And thank God it's Friday, my beautiful Leos. What do we have? Archangel Michael, please, for Leo. Wow, I'm just getting a really quiet energy. Are you thinking about something? Are you thinking about someone? Are you thinking about a conversation? Yeah, silence. Okay, weird, Leo. You're a fire sign, right? Wow, okay, Leo. Are you in love quietly with someone? Are you in love? 9 of Wands, but you don't know what to do about it. Oh, Leo. You're in love, but you don't know what to do about it. You have been trying to push down your feelings. Leo, you have been trying to push down your feelings, but what you're recognizing is, I'm in love. I can't help myself. Gemini energy, the lovers. This is you telling yourself, no, it's wrong, because this person would end up my lover. So, either, Leo, you are in love with someone who's married, or Leo, you are married, and you are wanting to do the honourable thing by not pursuing this person because you have no intention of divorcing. But you can't help how you feel, guys, you know? 4 of Swords, you've been thinking about this person. I'm hearing all the time. Yeah. Are you smitten? The moon, Cancerian energy. Have you been hiding your feelings from this person? Because you believe, Leo, that if you express how you feel, they're going to hold back from you. And you're going to be bitterly disappointed. So you have been keeping these feelings to yourself. Wow. 10 of Swords. Because, Leo, you feel that if you admit your feelings, this person may be so shocked or so upset, feeling as if you want to pull them into a third-party situation, that it's going to end really painfully. And you can't bear that. This could even be you, Leo, knowing this person as an acquaintance. But what you're thinking about is, I just can't tell them how I feel. Because they may be so shocked, it may be the last time I see this person, and you can't bear that. It could even be a situation, Leo, where, you know, you're in love with your best mate's wife, or as a wife, you're in love with your husband's brother, and you're thinking, okay, yeah, no, God, no. I mean, this is almost taboo. This is almost taboo. Or you could be in love with someone much older than you or much younger than you. There's something about the situation, Leo, where you are telling yourself, no, I'm not going to pull this person into a third party, or no, because I would be the lover. But you can't stop thinking about them, Leo. Wow. 7 of Pentacles. You may be looking at past mistakes, Leo, where you expressed your feelings before and it ended very painfully, and you can't cope with that happening again. So you are just there dealing with all these emotions inside you. Guys, Temperance, Sag energy. You are tempering, telling this person how you feel. Because you believe you're going to be disappointed. 4 of Cups. You're holding back from telling this person how you feel because you believe that they would turn you away, or you believe, Leo, that maybe this person doesn't feel the same way. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Wow. Leo, you're coming through as a married man. You're trying to figure out what to do about this because you cannot get this person off your mind. Leo. Okay, guys. Wow. I think I'm connecting with a masculine here who is in love with a feminine. The problem is, Leo, you are married. Now, you may only be staying married because, I've got to be honest, it could be convenient for you. You could have been married a long time. It's a stable connection, money wrapped up in the house, money wrapped up in investments, but there's no love, there's no passion, there's no excitement, no connection. What you're thinking about is, could I divorce? Would I want to divorce, divide the assets? Or would this person consider an ongoing affair? It has crossed your mind. You may find yourself feeling guilty thinking about it. It's almost as if, Leo, you have to do something about this because you can't continue to sit in all this stress. I am in love. 9 of Wands. I shouldn't be in love. It is wrong. I can't be in love. No, no, no. Because I'm not in a situation to offer this, I'm hearing woman, commitment. But you keep thinking about making this woman your lover, or you keep thinking about the fact that you would have a choice to leave your relationship to offer this woman commitment. But you're kind of thinking, would she accept an affair? She might. Leo. Leo, underneath the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Leo, you are heartbroken and you are feeling so burdened because of a High Priestess. All right. Maybe you're burdened, Leo, because this person's very intuitive. She could be a Pisces. She could be a Cancerian. But this is someone who is not communicating with you. Tower, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, the Star. Leo, it's almost as if you've suddenly realized why you've been feeling a bit down, why you've been feeling restless. It might have come like a bolt out of the blue, but what you're realizing, Leo, is you are in love. You can't help it. You don't know where it came from, but you're in love with this person. And you have been considering walking away from your situation and healing because you see this woman as your pre-empress, as your future wife. Leo, you've been doing some soul searching, Leo. Yep. And what you've recognized is, I'm in a toxic situation where I feel left out in the cold. I've met this woman. I shouldn't have these feelings for this woman, but I do. And you are seriously considering having that conversation with her. Yeah. Wow, Leo. Let's have a look and see what you'd want to say to her. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what would Leo want to say to this woman? You're coming through, Leo, as a King of Pentacles, okay? Okay, yeah. So, Leo, you bury yourself in work to forget this woman. Problem is, I don't think you can, because I think you're in love. I think you are in love, Leo. You're also starting to understand the connection. I think you two might have had a past life. You might have met in a past life, Leo. You might have met this woman and thought, gosh, it's weird. I've only just met her. I know she's a stranger to me, but I feel as if we know each other already. You know, it could have been something like that. It could have been something like that, Leo. And you're nervous because this woman may know you're married. And so this woman might have just disregarded any thoughts of you two getting romantic because she wouldn't have been wanted to be pulled into a third-party situation. And Leo, you're getting scared because you know you're in love with her. And you know maybe the reason she's holding back is that you're a married man, right? But you want to find a way of telling her how you really feel because you want to see what the options are. If you legally separated from your wife, would she consider living together? Would she expect you to fully divorce? Would she be happy to have a little bit of fun, Leo, so you could kind of test out the physicality of this? Because I think I'm dealing with a masculine who has never kissed this woman, never told this woman how he feels, never got physically close to this woman, but he knows he's in love. So you may be wanting to push the boundaries a little bit, Leo, just to check that it really is what you think it is. And then seriously look at options. Yeah, Leo, you're smitten. You're smitten, guys. And I think you're going to find a way of talking to this woman to see how she feels, all right? Well, shall we see how she feels? How does this woman feel about Leo? Let's just check it out. Oh, Leo, just being near you is intoxicating. Okay, I think she might be in love too. She might be in love too, Leo. All right. I don't know the last time you two saw each other, but there was that connection, that smile, that knowing, maybe, that both of you had these feelings. Just being near you is intoxicating. I want to feel that way again. And maybe she loves being near you. She loves your company. She loves your smile, Leo. But finding out the truth crushed her. Okay. I think this might be her recognizing, Leo, that you're a married man. She might have met you and thought, wow, that's an attractive man, right? Oh, there's something there between us. But then realized that you're married. And I think since that time, Leo, what it feels like is since that time, she has detached herself. High Priestess doesn't speak. She has pulled back from you because she didn't want to be put in a third-party situation. And you can't blame her for that. But Leo, you're in love. So guys, you better figure out what you want to do. All right, Leo, beautiful reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's helped you. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Virgo. Hello, my beautiful Virgos. I hope everything is good in your world, guys. Let's jump in and find out what's going to be happening. Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. Let's see, Virgo. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo, please? Sun, Mid, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 10th of July, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. I'm hearing someone say there are two options. There are two options. What am I going to go for? Two options. Okay, Virgo. Two options. Yes, you're looking at options, guys. Seven of Cups. Four of Swords. You're thinking about options here, Virgo. King of Cups. All right, you could be thinking about a King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, whom you have been holding back from. Maybe, Virgo, you feel this person loves you, but they're not committing, and you're wondering why. Confused. Okay. The Lovers, Gemini, Virgo, you could be in love with a King of Cups, but either he's married or you're married and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, Virgo. I love this King of Cups, but I'm tied to a relationship with someone else or he's married. You two are communicating, though. You two may even be talking about what you're going to do. What are the options? How can we be together? Because you two love each other. Knight of Cups. This may be a rather heartbreaking situation, Virgo. Wow. Ten of Swords. You may be saying to each other, look, despite the fact that we love each other, this has to end because this is an ongoing third-party situation. But you're thinking about each other from a distance. You're both wanting this. You're both wanting to be together. Virgo, this could be as simple as you both living far away from each other. The lovers could simply be a choice. Would one of us be able to relocate to live in the other person's area for this to get serious? So you two could be single, but there could be a lot of distance between you two. The Wheel of Destiny, you both feel as if you two met for a reason, and there may even be a fortunate turn of events coming up. Virgo, the Empress. Wow. Virgo, you may be a married woman wanting to be with a King of Cups who lives in another area. He may be saying to you, I would commit to you, Virgo, but you would have to leave your husband. And that might be frightening, right? Seven of Wands. Wow, Two of Swords. Virgo. Judgment. Okay. Sag energy. Whoever you are in the mix, we have an Empress here who I think is married. So Virgo, you could be a married woman in love with a King of Cups. Or Virgo, you could be a King of Cups who is in love with this married woman. Whoever the masculine is has said to this Empress, I would want to commit to you. We're not just talking about a dalliance. I don't just find you attractive. I am in love with you. I want to commit to you, but I am not going to be your lover. So you have to make a decision as to whether or not you're going to leave your marriage. But Virgo, if that is the case, this is you being very defensive, thinking, no, 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 no. I can't leave my marriage. I can't leave my marriage. You are needing to make a serious judgment call to do this, and you may not be able to face it. Now, the other situation we may have here is that you may simply be an older woman, Virgo, and this younger water sign king, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, may be coming on to you, may be saying, I'd want to commit to you. You're the love of my life. But what you're thinking about is, would it work because of the age difference? I mean, there could be 10, even 20 years age difference between the two of you. And what you're thinking about is, well, yes, I mean, you know, he's physically attracted to me now, but you may be feeling insecure. This could be a 30-year-old man. You could be a 50-year-old woman, for instance. And Virgo, even though you may be gorgeous, right? This is you thinking, okay, well, but the problem is when I hit 70 and this guy is 50, is he going to run off with a younger woman? Because it's a big age gap. You may even be thinking about that. So I am connecting with a Virgo who is either a lot older than this King of Cups, or I am connecting with a Virgo who is married. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. Virgo, you just don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You may feel stuck. You may feel stuck in a marriage where you don't love your husband anymore, but it's nice and stable. Or you may be worried that this King of Cups is after your money. Okay, he could be a Pisces. He could say, I'm in love with you, but you may know there's coins falling out of this person's pocket. You may think, yeah, he's penniless, right? And he sees me sitting in abundance. There's something about this Virgo that makes you feel nervous. makes you feel very nervous. You might just be looking at the situation negatively, or you may be deciding, Virgo, to ask some very straight questions. Very straight questions. Does this person want to be indulged? Is this person just somebody who is wanting to hook their bandwagon to a woman who's stable, right? An older woman who's stable and single? Or could this be a dream? Could this be a dream? Virgo, you don't know. 9 of Wands. But I feel because you are stressed, all you're doing, Virgo, with the Page of Wands is flirting with this guy, but you're not allowing him to move it forward into anything more serious. Okay? You are enjoying the flirtation, but you are pushing him back a little bit. So guys, let's have a look at this King of Cups. Let's see what he wants to say to you. Here we go, Virgo. Archangel Michael, what does this King of Cups want to say to Virgo? What is going on underneath? What is he thinking about? How is he really feeling, this King of Cups? All right. Wow. Virgo, he may be giving up on this. It's time for me to heal now. He may be giving up on this. Okay. Because Virgo, either you didn't tell him you were married and he might have seen you with your husband or seen photographs of you with a long-term boyfriend, or this is him maybe getting the wrong end of the stick, seeing you out with someone who could have been your brother. He's pulling back. I left when I saw you with someone. I left when I saw you with someone. It's time for me to heal now. Wow. But he wishes things could be different. This almost feels like forbidden love, you know. So Virgo, I am going to leave the reading there. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Libra. So here we go, my gorgeous Libras. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Here we go. This is your T.G.I.F for Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Libra, please? Masculine or feminine? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, what I want to say is, what Archangel Michael is telling me to say to you is stop jumping forward too far in the future. Stop jumping forward. I don't quite know what that means. You may be overthinking, overanalyzing everything to the point where you're stuck in a mental prison. Yes, it's important to plan ahead, is what I'm hearing. Yes, it's important to plan ahead, but don't be obsessed with what might happen in the future, because it may not. You may be sitting in a slightly negative energy, only out of fear, okay? Try to pull yourself up out of that if you can. Ooh, because Archangel Michael's saying, because you have manifested a miracle. Because you have manifested a miracle. All right. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Libra. Someone may be wanting to give you a passionate new start. Or a passionate new start is on the horizon, Libra. But you may be a little bit defensive. Again, it could be out of fear. Because you may either believe that this would lead to you being pulled into a toxic situation, or you may simply feel, Libra, that this person is obsessed with you physically. You could be being a bit defensive against a Capricorn at this time. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Dropped on my lap. Oh, wow. The Four of Wands. So Libra, what we have here is someone communicating with you that they really want to be with you, okay? But they have a choice to make. They could be in a toxic marriage. They want to talk to you, Libra, about living together. What they're saying to you, Libra, is they are ready to consider leaving their partner, moving out of living with their partner. This could be someone who is considering legal separation. And they are hoping that you will agree to this. Aries energy. They are hoping, Libra, that it will be enough for you to say yes. And in which case, you two can move forward, or could move forward in victory and success. Cancerian energy. 6 of Wands. But Libra, there's something here about you feeling uncomfortable that this person would be moving into a wish come true situation. This person would win whilst you would be the one having to compromise. And because of that, Libra, it just doesn't seem to sit well with you. Well, it's great for you because you would stay married, you keep all your money, right? Whereas in effect, I would still be the other woman, but you would have what you wanted because we'd be living together. I don't know, Libra, whether or not this is just a little bit of resentment. I don't know, Libra, whether or not you feel you should almost get this person to work for it. You may feel, yeah, you know what? If this is somebody that messed you around before, you messed me around before, and now you're coming back saying, I'm hoping for victory and success. Will you accept me as a married man? We could live together. And you may be feeling a bit irritated. Well, if you really want to be with me, you should put a ring on it, right? This is not an ideal situation for me. But they could be in a very challenging situation. There could be so many reasons why it would be very difficult for them to divorce. But you may see this as being too risky. Yeah, I felt it. Libra, this is a difficult message of truth that you are giving this person. I mean, you may just be saying no, flat no, sorry, no. Yeah. They may be apologizing to you for the past. I'm sorry that things didn't work out between us in the past, but I am considering legal separation, walking away from living with my person. What do you think? What you may be most upset about, though, Libra, is not the fact that you feel this person just wants you to give in, but they seem to be a bit cocky about it. They seem to be sat in the energy of, oh yeah, no brainer, Libra's bound to say yes because Libra's wanted this for so long. I mean, you know, the Chariot and the 6 of Wands can be somebody who's a bit not full of themselves. It's a horrible thing to say, but you know, somebody who knows they're good looking, somebody who feels any other woman would say yes. And Libra, you're there thinking, it just doesn't do it for me. You're not very impressed, Libra. Yeah. I mean, this is you enlightened that this person is ready to, you know, leave their partner to live with you. But despite the fact, Libra, that you might have really wanted this in the past, the fact that they're a little bit arrogant with this, the fact that they're acting as if, oh yeah, no problem at all, Libra's gonna say yes, of course, who wouldn't say yes, it's sort of putting you off. The Star, Leo energy, Aquarian energy, Aries energy. Yeah, I mean, what this person's saying to you, Libra, is we could make each other very happy. We could move into a wish come true situation, but I would be staying married. And Libra, I don't know if this is for you, guys. I don't know whether or not this is really for you. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you would have to cope with having this masculine's wife in your life, possibly for the rest of your life. Whereas Libra, you're coming through in pre-Empress energy. You have a heck of a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer, Libra. With the 2 of Swords, you may say a flat no. This guy may be shocked. You may say a flat no. Because even though you two may, in the future, build a beautiful, happy life, he is not offering you long-term commitment because he's staying legally married to somebody else. And that, Libra, makes you feel very nervous with the energy of the moon. What if one day he changes his mind, just packs up and leaves and goes back to his wife, right? Queen of Swords. Libra, this is your energy. This is your energy. You're trying to be logical, dealing with all these deep emotions. What you're thinking about is he is married. It's the only thing that is on your mind. So Libra, this is a very big deal for you. This is the sticking point. Despite this man saying, I would be very happy to live with you, Ace of Pentacles, uproot for us to live together, all you keep thinking about is, yes, but he is married. Yes, but he is not going to divorce. And Libra, I don't think it's enough for you. I don't think it's enough for you guys. So, let's have a look and see what this Emperor would want to say to you. Here we go. Hidden Truth. Archangel Michael, what would this Emperor want to say to Libra? I regret lying to you. So he might have lied to you in the past, Libra, and made out as if he was single. Then you might have found out he was married and disconnected. He could be coming back to you. He could be coming back to you, Libra. He might be coming back to you. He wants to feel that way again. He remembers the connection you two shared in the past, Libra. He remembers. Ooh, and he loves you unconditionally. This is a very deep love. Okay. Libra, what would you want to say to this Emperor? You came closer than anyone, okay? You really felt, Libra, that this might have been your person. You might have met this guy, had a few dates and thought to yourself, okay, we're going to get married. I know it deep down. And then found out he was already married. What else are you going to say to this Emperor? I know I was a distraction from your pain. Interesting. So you may have recognized when you found out he was married or he admitted he was married, you might have realized he was very unhappy. And you might have thought, yeah, you know, he just wanted a fling to get over the fact he was in a miserable marriage. I wish things could be different. I almost want to reword this, Libra. I wish you weren't married, is what I'm hearing. I just wish you weren't married. Okay. The marriage thing is a big problem, Libra. Because this is someone who is moving towards you to say, I am legally separating from my wife. Ace of Pentacles, right? 8 of Cups, I'm leaving, living with my wife. We could live together. But with the Emperor, this is someone who is staying a married man. And I don't think it's enough for you, Libra. Queen of Swords, you're married, Hierophant, even though you're leaving, living with your wife, it's not enough for me. So you will say no. Okay, guys? Wow. So, my gorgeous Libras, I am leaving it there. I hope that it's helped you. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. Hello, my gorgeous Scorpios. Happy Friday, people. Thank God it's Friday. Here we go. Let's see what the cards have to say. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Scorpio, please? Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you, Michael. Cards are going crazy. Somebody here is getting impatient. Somebody here is wanting to know what's going on. Somebody here is not wanting to wait anymore. I'm almost feeling as if I want to tip the cards onto the table. You know, it's as if somebody's saying, come on, Debs, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get the cards on the table. I want to know, I want to know. Somebody here is feeling nervous, frustrated. Somebody wants to know what's going to be happening here. Okay. Yeah. All right, Scorpio, you may be hoping for your ships to come in, or you may be thinking about somebody at a distance. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 8 of Cups. Are you waiting for somebody to leave, another person? Are you wanting to travel to see someone? To reunite with someone? 3 of Cups. Because you want to sit in the 9 of Cups, a wish come true. Emperor. Or Scorpio, are you a married man who wants to be indulged? And I don't know why I said that. It just came out of my mouth. Sorry, guys. I can be a bit blunt. You know that. Let's carry on, people. Queen of Cups. 9 of Wands. The Tower. Scorpio, Aries energy. 9 of Swords. Okay. Scorpio. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. 2 of Swords. Somebody's not giving in to this. Somebody's not agreeing to this. Yeah. Yeah. Emperor, Empress, Queen of Cups. Yeah. 10 of Wands. You know where I'm going with this, guys? Yeah. Yeah. And we finally see what this is all about. Scorpio, you have a heck of a lot to offer, people. You are sat in pre-Empress energy, in the Queen of Cups energy here. You are or have been communicating with an Emperor. Could be an Aries. Okay. This person wants to be with you. You live at a distance from this person. But you're burdened because you've had a Tower moment which caused you sleepless nights, realizing that he was planning on juggling you with his partner. He's married. He's married. And this is you sitting in denial. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I fell in love with this man, but he's married. He's got a wife. Oh no, 10 of Wands. And what you are beginning to think about is, hang on, he lied to me. He just wanted to be indulged because you're sat in shock about finding out about the wife, and you're thinking, hang on, I'm sat in pre-Empress energy. I shouldn't be all stressed out having sleepless nights. He should apologize to me for not being honest with me and lying to me because this man is married. So Scorpio, you're actually feeling a bit cross. I think previously you felt upset. I think now you're getting your power back, Scorpio, and you're thinking, yeah, okay, I don't think so. I don't think so. Underneath the deck, my Scorpios, this guy might have raced towards you, you know, acting as if he was single. Hey, Scorpio, let's get together. You're very attractive. You know, that type of energy. But when you found out the truth, Scorpio, this is you pulling back, thinking, hell no. Oh my gosh, this guy is just married. You might have sat confused for a while, Scorpio, but it was enlightened with the energy of the sun that this guy was holding back from committing to you, holding back from maybe introducing you to his family, as in his parents, his brothers and sisters, his work colleagues, because he didn't want you to find out he was married. I think with the energy of Temperance, You are going to hold back here because what you're recognizing is the only thing on offer is passion. You may feel this guy is just physically obsessed with you. And I think even though there was a reason that you met, you may view this guy as a karmic soulmate. Okay. And I think with the energy of the High Priestess, you're going to pull back and you may stop communicating altogether. You may stop communicating altogether, Scorpio. Okay? Yeah. So, let's have a look and see what this Emperor would want to say. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what would this Emperor want to say to my Scorpio? He's very clearly married, Emperor, Empress. You're coming through as the Queen of Cups. What would this Emperor want to say to my Scorpios? So many things remind me of you. So you two might have met at a distance. You could have met whilst he was traveling for work. You could have met whilst his wife wasn't around. I don't know. What else would this Emperor want to say to you, Scorpio? I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, he's a bit obsessed. He's a bit obsessed, guys. I regret lying to you. Yeah, Scorps, he lied. He lied. This is an Emperor who wanted to be indulged. He wanted to have a little bit of fun, third-party situation whilst working away from home or something like that. He went on a business trip. You two met. But this is you, stressed out because you began to fall for him. But then Tower moment, 9 of Swords. Oh my God, 3 of Pentacles. He was just hoping to juggle me with his partner. Oh my God, he's got a wife. 2 of Swords. Yeah, I don't think so, says Scorpio. 10 of Wands. You felt burdened for quite a while, but what you're doing now is you are sort of giving yourself a pep talk, Scorps. What you're saying to yourself is, oh my God, why was I so upset about that? Why did I feel so burdened about that? I have a lot to offer. I'm sat in pre-Empress energy. I don't need no married man, right? You are kind of giving yourself a pep talk here, guys. What you're recognizing is he can go where the sun doesn't shine, right? You're just going to head off and meet somebody else. Yeah. I think you're going to give this Emperor a very wide berth. And Scorpio, I don't think you're going to continue to communicate. This is you falling silent, High Priestess. What you're recognizing is with the Devil and the Wheel of Destiny, this guy was a karmic soulmate. You two had to move into a cycle together for you to learn lessons. And it could be, Scorpio, for you to stand up for yourself. Okay? Yeah. So, my Scorps. I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. Hello, my beautiful Saggies. How are things going, guys? I hope you're well. It is nearly the weekend. Thank goodness for that. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Saggy, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. And it is hot here. I tell you what, guys. I'm hoping you can't hear the little aircon unit behind me. I've turned it down really low, but it is getting really hot. Okay, what do we have for Saggy, please? Thank you, Michael. Ooh, I'm seeing in my mind's eye the Devil card in the reverse. You're either letting go of a Capricorn or you have released an obsession about someone or somebody is getting out of a toxic situation. I'm just seeing the Devil card in the reverse. Okay. You may be renouncing the Devil. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay, Sag. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. 7 of Pentacles. Ooh. There could be some regrets here, Sag, about getting involved with the Queen of Cups. 2 of Swords. Because there was no victory and success. This woman could be a Cancerian, or Pisces, or Cancer, or Scorpio. But Sag, you're looking back at past mistakes relating to the Queen of Cups because there's no communication. You were hoping for victory and success, but I think you're simply moving on. Yeah, you're moving on. You're leaving this Queen of Cups behind. You might have been obsessed with her in the past, or you might have thought she was the woman for you in the past, but what you're recognizing, Sag, is she is not. She's not. Okay, 5 of Swords. 9 of Wands. Oh, Sag, okay. This can be a little bit of guilt, remorse, regret. I know I sabotaged this, but then I wanted it to work, but obviously she wasn't speaking to me after that, Sag. Yeah, I mean, this is you feeling burdened because you might have sat on your high horse a little bit with her. And Sag, you know, judgment, we've all been in that situation. You might have come on, you know, all hot and heavy. Oh, you're really beautiful, let's spend time together. But there was something that you did or said, Sag, because you're looking back at past mistakes. And this is relating to a Queen of Cups. I don't think you're sat in the Queen of Cups energy. I don't think you made mistakes if you are sat in the Queen of Cups. I think I'm dealing with a masculine Sag who regrets maybe messing around a Queen of Cups because she's not interested anymore. Yeah, you might have breadcrumbed her, Sag. You might have been hoping for victory and success, but what you're realizing is it's just not going to happen. So I think you're cutting your losses and you're moving on. Yeah, okay, King of Pentacles. This wanted to come out very quickly. 10 of Wands, all right, Sag. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm dealing with a Sagittarian masculine who was married, who made a play for a Queen of Cups. You might have thought at some point, Sag, if I left my partner, if I got divorced, if I moved into legal separation, maybe it would work. Maybe she'd take me back. But what you're recognizing is you sabotaged this already. She doesn't trust you. She doesn't want to communicate with you. It's done. You might have come on very confident with her and then felt guilty because you were hiding a secret. You might have even thought, okay, if I talk to her about considering getting divorced, would she take me back? But there's no communication here. 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, Sag. No communication. And it might be because when you met her, you were married. You may still be married. Okay, 10 of Wands. You may be unhappily married. It may just be for stability. Whilst what you're thinking about is she would have been a great partner. This is a woman who's independent. This is a woman who is financially stable. She's sitting in pre-Empress energy. And at some point, Sag, you thought your ships were going to come in with her. But what you're recognizing now is she's turned her back. She's looking to her future. And I think, guys, you may just simply apologize for the past and leave it at that. Okay? Yeah. Underneath the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. You may have been planning on juggling this Queen of Cups with a Virgo. You might have been married to a Virgo, but been very attracted to a Queen of Cups. You might have met this woman at work, or you might have thought, maybe we can work on some kind of solution. Maybe, you know. I feel left out in the cold from my Virgo, so maybe we could work something out here. But judgment, the divine's called Judgment Day, Sag. For you trying to juggle her with your wife because you felt left out in the cold. Maybe you were in a toxic situation. Maybe you were miserably unhappy. Maybe there were financial issues. You might have felt tied to a marriage that was all about money. But Sag, you know, I think what you're recognizing is if you're really unhappily married, you should work on getting out of it. If you were thinking of getting out of it and going back to the Queen of Cups, what you're going to recognize is she's moved on. You know, it's a waste of time. I don't think she's going to communicate with you. 2 of Swords. Let's have a look, Sag, and see, are you going to leave your marriage? Because you're married, Saggy. You're coming through as a masculine, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You're married. Okay. The Hierophant. This is a traditional marriage. Okay. There could be religious connotations as well. You could be married to a Taurian for some of you. The Fool. Sag, I think you're going to stay married, but you may try and find a way of getting out of it. Or you may be looking back thinking, I was a fool to marry so young. I was just a fool to marry so young. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Oh, 10 of Swords. Okay. Saggy, what might happen in the future is you might step out on your partner. You might have a fling on your partner, to be honest. But she may call divorce. Because this is you facing a painful ending, having to move to calmer waters. So, Sag, in the nicest sense, if you are miserably unhappily married, if you are miserable in your marriage, then if you do head off and have a fling with another woman at some point, it could be in the next few months, you may end up divorcing. And it could be your wife calls you out. But Sag, it may be it's what you need, because if you're very unhappily married, then you're better off single, right, guys? I mean, this is you thinking, oh my God, painful ending because I took a risk whilst I was married. This is what's happening in the future. Justice, you might get divorced, Sag. You might get divorced. You may. Yeah. Justice, Death card, 10 of Swords. You may end up getting divorced. And what the divine is then saying is, but it would change your life. It would free you, Sag. It would free you to have a passionate new start with somebody else, right? You would be a free man. You would be a free man. Queen of Wands. And then you may meet a Queen of Wands, Sag. Okay? And then you may meet a Queen of Wands. And sit in a wish come true situation. So Saggy, you're sat in the King of Pentacles energy, thinking about the 10 of Pentacles, but you're in a horrible marriage, the devil, right? Tied to the 10 of Pentacles, but you're miserable. I don't think, Sag, this Queen of Cups is going to take you back. I think you've already sabotaged that. That boat has sailed. But if you, in the nicest sense, decide I can't help myself, I'm miserable in my marriage, I'm going to go off and have a fling, your wife may find out, and it may be a painful ending, Sag. You may have to go through divorce. This can be a court case linked to your marriage, Death card, but it's going to change your life so you can have a passionate new start with a very attractive woman who might end up being the love of your life, Sag. So, you know, the divine works in mysterious ways, guys. But let's have a look and see what the angels want to say. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Sagittarius? Thank you. Both these two, okay. Oh, Sag, you're ready for success. You're ready for success, but I've got to be honest, guys. I think you're going to have to go through divorce to sit in that energy of success. I think you are ready to fly. You are ready to move on. You are ready to be single, Sag, because you're held in a toxic marriage that's all about financial stability. You're miserable, guys. No need to worry. No need to worry, Sag. You may have to go through a painful ending with your wife. You may have to go through divorce, but it is going to transform your life and give you a passionate new start with a Queen of Wands. Okay? So, my Saggy masculines, it's all going to work out. Don't you fret. The angels have it in hand. So I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. So, Caps, here we go, people. Happy Friday. Hope you got a lovely weekend planned. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Capricorn, please? Friday, the 10th of July, heading into the weekend, into a new week. What do we have for Cappy, please? Ooh. I'm hearing someone just say to themselves, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay, you could be building up your confidence, Capricorn. You're just going to do it. Okay. You're just going to do it. What are you going to do, Caps? You're making me nervous. What are you going to do, Capricorn? Let's have a look. It's almost as if you're psyching yourself up for this. Okay. Ooh, Queen of Wands. All right. Wow. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. The Star, Aquarian energy. You're in your head. Okay. Cappy, you are in your head about a fire sign queen or an Aquarian. Somebody who could be a wish come true. Somebody you find very attractive. Are you going to go for it? Yeah, I think you're going to go for it. King and Queen of Wands. Whoa. Okay. Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles. Capricorn, you're going to go and get this woman. Okay, now, could be a same-sex connection. One of you sat in your feminine, one of you sat in your masculine, or you could simply be a masculine. But you, I feel, have been in your head about going for this woman. It might entail, I should say, a move. You may need to undertake a move, a relocation, okay? But Cappy, I think you're on fire for this Queen of Wands. You want to fight off the competition for this Queen of Wands. Caps, you're going to do it, right? Yep, you've made a decision. You've made a decision to go for this Queen of Wands. Because you have felt burdened about her finding someone else, choosing someone else. You're going to go for it. Ace of Cups. You love this woman, Capricorn. Wow. This could be a declaration of love. Empress. What is going on here? Okay, Six of Cups. Hierophant. Capricorn, you might have been married to a Taurian in the past and it ended really badly, which might have put you off marriage in the future because she might have cheated on you. Your previous long-term partner might have cheated on you. And so you had to walk away from her. Since that time, Capricorn, you might have felt very nervous about getting into a new relationship. But what I think we have here is you somehow meeting a Queen of Wands, feeling as if she's everything you've ever wanted, but being sat in your head about going for this woman because it would entail relocation. For this to be successful, for this to be long-term, for you to lock this relationship down, Capricorn, you would have known that you would have to move. So she could live in another city, another state, and even another country, okay? But Capricorn, you feel this is your soulmate. You feel this woman is your soulmate. And I think you're prepared to go for it to lock this woman down. Wow. Underneath the deck, yeah, okay, beautiful. There's going to be a fortunate turn of events, Capricorn. And I think this is you seeing your situation differently. You might have thought to yourself, yeah, it's never going to work. She lives in another country, or I had such a terrible time with my previous wife or baby mama, right? She cheated on me in the marriage. I had to walk away from her. I think you might have been put off relationships for quite a while. Ten of Swords. Yeah. But I think, Capricorn, you're fed up feeling unhappy. You're fed up feeling alone. You're fed up sacrificing. And I think you believe that this woman would bring balance to your life. And the truth is, Capricorn, you just want to be happy. Guys, you just want to be happy. You feel this woman would make you happy. So you're pushing down your fears. You're telling yourself, I'm just going to go for it. Because I think, Cappy, you're ready to commit. And here we have you, finally, King of Pentacles. I think we have you here. It's been a long time coming, Capricorn. It's been a long time coming. I think you are manifesting this woman into your life. Yeah. Yeah. And so you can then close out a cycle, Cappy, and move to calmer waters. Beautiful. Guys. So you are taking charge, my lovely Caps. You are going to go for it. You are going to approach this woman. Any fears of a relationship not working out, I think you were very badly hurt in the past. You're going to push to one side. You're going to take charge. You're going to step into your confidence and you're going to do it. You're going to do it, right? Oh, my cabbies. Okay, guys, let's move into the hidden truth. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what would Capricorn want to say to this woman? What would Capricorn want to say to this woman? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Okay, so you have this woman on your mind, Caps. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. That's rather nice. My life is not as together as it seems. Cappy, you might have made out as if, yeah, things are great. I'm sitting in success. Life is good. But deep down, Cappy, you might have felt as if you were sort of standing on quicksand, or you might have felt as if you didn't know where you were going or who you were going to be with or where your life was heading. And you feel somehow that if you partner up with the Queen of Wands, together as a team, you two would be rock solid and move forward and be very happy in your life. Simply that. And I think you're going to go for it, my Caps. I think you're going to go for it. I want you. Yeah. I mean, Cappy, very simple. Very simple. Yeah. I think you are fed up of thinking about this woman. I think you were going to go for it. I think you're going to go for it here. Now, the only sticking point is you could still be legally married. Unless, of course, you are simply coming through in your element of Capricorn, King of Pentacles. Okay? But I think this is beautiful, guys. I think you're going to go and get the woman that you want to be with. Okay? All right. So, my gorgeous Cappies, I am leaving it there. I hope that's helped. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Aqua. Hello, gorgeous people. It is nearly the weekend. Oh, I hope you've got a lovely weekend planned. You can put your feet up. Fingers crossed, right? So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aquarians? Oh, I've just seen the Nine of Swords. What's going on, guys? Aquarian energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine, Friday the 10th of July, 2026. What do we have for Aqua? I'm seeing a sailboat heading off into the sunset. Sun's going down, orange sky, beautiful. Aquarius, you may be simply moving to calmer waters. You may be going on a boat trip. You may be wanting to travel. You may be wanting to mend a situation with someone. Somebody could be wanting to mend a situation with you. Wow, the star. Aquarian energy straight out the gate. Beautiful. Whew. And then we have the Seven of Wands and the Tower. Okay, Aquarius, you may be pushing away someone who you feel is going to bring drama into your life. Could be a Scorpio, could be an Aries. And you're getting your head down. Wow. Aquarius, you're getting your head down, guys. Yeah, you are determined to fight off the competition. Okay. Aquarius, it's as if I can't think about anything else right now except healing from what has been a challenging situation. You have prevented a tower moment. You're getting your head down and you are determined to fight off the competition. This could be you excelling in your career, Capricorn. Yeah, because you were worried about sitting in the Five of Pentacles, worried about money. You might have told someone you were going through a difficult time financially. You might even have been angry about it. This could be somebody who owed you money, okay? But I think you've left that behind. I think you're stepping into the energy of the magician, Aquarius, and you're taking charge of your life. This is you determined to be successful. This is you determined to get yourself out of a tricky situation. And you're going to do it. Two of Pentacles, you're going to be very busy over this period of time, or you could be juggling money. You could be looking at options. Okay, how can I bring more money in, right? What can I do? You could be looking at higher paid jobs. You could be looking at expanding a business. But you're on the move. You're on the move. Wow, there's a lot of determination here, Aquarius. You are determined to be successful in your career. Six of Wands is a career card for me. Wow, guys. And you are walking away from looking at other little piddling options. You may even be thinking of changing direction in terms of where you live. Or you could be thinking of walking away from your particular career. You're also, interestingly enough, Aquarius, walking away from worrying about what other people think. This is you just, telling yourself the truth. Okay, I've got to sort of leave my pride at the door, leave my ego at the door. I have to earn money. I have to find a way of excelling in my career, even if I have to humble myself to do it. This is you getting real with yourself, and I like it. I like it, Aquarius. You're walking away from pretending everything's great, everything's fine, life is good, I'm really successful. No, you're walking away from that energy because what you're recognizing is, I have to be honest with myself. I've got to get my head down. I've got to work. I've got to do whatever I need to do to keep a roof over my head. And if I have to humble myself and admit the fact that I'm not doing well, I'll do it. Wow. Goodness me, guys. Yeah. So, Five of Cups. You might have felt very disappointed in the way things have gone, Aquarius, because you might have taken some risks in the past. You might have done a few foolish things to do with money. It may well be that now you're having to wait for money to come in. Okay. You might have been sad in denial. Oh yes, it's going to be fine. Money's going to come in. It's all going to be good. Because you might have wanted to sit in the comfort zone. You might have just wanted to sit in the comfort zone. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be okay. But you've been looking at past mistakes. Seven of Pentacles. And with the Four of Wands, Aquarius, you might previously have been in a lovely relationship, but things didn't work out. You might have got divorced. You might have ended up divorcing a Queen of Cups who could have been a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, because this is you looking at past mistakes. Wow, I was doing so well. Things were great. I had a beautiful house. I had a great relationship, and then everything kind of crumbled. What the hell happened? But Aquarius, you are forging forward. You are pushing yourself forward here. Now, if you are a feminine Aqua, this is you thinking, I wanted to sit believing that everything was going to be okay. Life was going to be good. I'd look at my bank account and feel really good about things, but it didn't happen. And this is you being very honest with yourself. Okay, even if I have to do something I really don't want to do, even if I have to humble myself, I am going to stay afloat. I am going to keep a roof over my head. You could be coming through as the Queen of Cups, making a few past mistakes. You might have been very stable in the past, but then you may have moved into the comfort zone, assumed it would all continue, and this is you thinking, all right, it didn't continue. I have to face facts. I did a few things that I shouldn't have done in the past. I wasn't serious about my finances in the past. And now I'm determined, thinks Aquarius, to sit in a very honest energy. This is you dealing with mixed emotions. But Aqua, this is you getting yourself sorted out, and this is you pushing forward in your career, whatever you're doing in your career. And you're doing it, Aquarius, because you may simply be in love with where you're living. You may be thinking to yourself, if I don't get my head down, I am going to lose my stability, and I want to stay in this area, or I want to stay in this house. And so you've got no choice. But this is a very strong work ethic, Aquarius. Beautiful to see. So let's ask the angels for their advice. Let's see what comes through. Here we go, Aqua. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to my lovely Aquarians? Beautiful, guys. There we go. In black and white. No need to worry, Aquarius. Don't panic, guys. It's all going to work out. It's all going to be fine. Okay? Yeah, perfect timing. You are going to have to wait until you feel really financially stable. You are going to have to put the work in, put the effort in. You might be working overtime. You might have to get a slightly higher paid job. You may have to go for a promotion. You may be expanding a business. But Aquarius, you are ready to put in the hard work in order to retain your stability. You're ready to put in the hard work. You've learned a lot of lessons, guys. And this is you determined to stay afloat. And you will. The angels are behind you. They're supporting you. Okay? Yeah, underneath the deck, ask your angels. They're around you. Okay, guys? Wow. They're around you. Ask your angels. Yes, ask your angels. They're around you. They're supporting you. Okay, guys? Beautiful. So, my lovely Aquarians, it's going to be fine. Oh, and underneath that, I had to show you abundance. Oh, yes, Aquarius, it's going to be fine. There's going to be money coming in, okay? Right. I am going to leave it there. Have a lovely weekend, Aquarius. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the final sign of Pisces. So, Pisces, how are things going, guys? Welcome to my fellow fishies. Let's get into this and see what comes through. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 10th of July, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. Let's keep our fingers crossed, Pisces. You may be mulling over a few things. Mulling over a few things relating to your future. I'm seeing the globe. I'm seeing the globe. Okay, the earth. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces. The Two of Pentacles. Can I get myself into a situation where I'm sitting in the Nine of Pentacles? Can I do it? Page of Cups. You might have received an apology. Page of Wands. Or this is you thinking, I'm very attracted to someone who's single and stable, but I would need to apologize first because they were angry with me before. You could be a masculine. Let's carry on. Three of Wands. You're thinking about somebody at a distance, or you are hoping, Pisces, that your ships are going to come in. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Pisces, you might be thinking about children. You might be standing at crossroads about moving. You're looking at past mistakes financially. You made a few financial mistakes. Okay, didn't we all? Haven't we all? Ace of Cups. And then you might have simply sat in self-love. Or for my Pisces masculines, you might have ended up committing to a woman that was codependent on you. And now what you're thinking about is, I'm looking for a very different partner. I'm looking for a partner who's going to pull their weight. I'm looking to find a woman who is stable, who has a job, right? I don't want to be juggling money anymore because I'm having to cope with a codependent partner. So you might have left a long-term relationship that was a mistake. And you may now be sitting on the fence. Should I go for somebody's Saturn pre-Empress energy? Okay. The Hanged Man. This is you, Pisces. You may be thinking about the fact that you've sacrificed, or you may be looking at your situation differently. The Devil. Capricorn energy. You might have felt as if you kept yourself stuck for the longest time. Sitting in worry, sitting in fear. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? You might also, though, have been sat in denial that everything was going to be fine. Seven of Swords. You may not have been honest with yourself. You know, you might have lulled yourself into a false sense of security. Or Pisces, you may have decided to block someone that you believe was Saturn toxic energy. And this is you deciding to head off in another direction. You're thinking about the past, or you're thinking about the fact that somebody deceived you in the past. Let's have a look under the deck, guys. So I've just jogged the table. The Wheel of Fortune, Pisces. So there may be a fortunate turn of events, which is going to make you happy. Wow, okay. There may be some enlightenment from an Emperor. Could be an Aries with the Sun. Could be a Leo. This could be a Capricorn. This person could be your dad. Could be a family member. Could be granddad. Could be a brother. But with the Knight of Wands, this Emperor is taking action to work on a situation. Okay, Pisces? Because I feel there's been a lot of guilt about holding back. A lot of guilt about holding back. This Emperor is looking at options, Pisces, to make you happy because he wants to balance out the situation, or he wants to talk to you about a contract. With the energy of Temperance, Archangel Michael is supporting you at this time. Archangel Michael has been working on bringing you justice somehow, Pisces. The World. So you can close out a cycle where you had to go through a tower moment. And it might be because of that tower moment, you stop speaking to someone. But Pisces, use your intuition. Now, there could also be a situation here where someone is closing out a cycle with a Sag, Temperance, or a Libra in order to balance out a situation with you. But Pisces, use your intuition. If somebody betrayed you in the past, sat in the Seven of Swords in the past, caused you a toxic situation, caused you to sacrifice, somebody here is going to balance out the situation. Somebody is going to bring you justice. And if, Pisces, you were left juggling money, this is you hoping to move into the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. I hope I can keep my head above water. There may be an apology from someone coming in who was angry in the past. They are now understanding your situation. They could be considering giving you a large amount of money, or they could be uprooting and moving because they have been looking at past mistakes where they sat in their comfort zone, right? They caused you to sacrifice because they didn't take action to sort a situation out. And Pisces, this is justice for you. And Archangel Michael has your back. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. So Pisces, let's have a look and see how you're going to be feeling in the future. The Star. Okay, there could be conversations with an Aquarian or Pisces. This is a wish come true and healing. This could be a wish come true and healing. The Magician. Wow, Pisces, the Star and the Magician. You may be manifesting a lot of success in your career, or you could simply be manifesting a dream come true, either relating to your stability, or you could be manifesting a new relationship, Pisces. The Moon, Cancerian energy. We've also got Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini here. Aquarian energy. Pisces, what may be hidden at the present time is that you're actually going to manifest a lot of stability for yourself, or you're going to manifest a beautiful relationship. How are you going to be feeling? The Fool. Wow. Free, happy. You may be feeling like celebrating. You could be talking to an Aries. Communication. Communication coming in, Pisces, which is going to make you feel relaxed, relieved. The burden's going to be lifted. It's all going to be good. Because somebody loves you, Pisces, and wants to be with you, which is going to help you, right? 2 horses pulling the cart, right, is better than 1 horse. This could be somebody who is saying, it's okay, Pisces, you don't have to struggle on your own anymore, I'm here. Or this could be a family member who's saying, I care about you. I want to sort out a situation where you felt you were stuck in the past. You might have been in a very unhappy situation where you felt you didn't get any justice. You were left because somebody sat in the 7 of Swords and that caused you problems. This is going to be sorted out, whatever it is, guys. Yeah, wow, Pisces. And there's going to be an apology coming in and also maybe a gift. Could be a very large gift, Pisces. Yeah. So, guys, this is gorgeous, but let's see what the angels have to say. Here we go. Here we go. I've just seen 2222 on the clock. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say? Oh, the card is flying. Oh, abundance. So Pisces, abundance may be flying into your life, or somebody could be reaching out to say, hey, Pisces, I'm in love with you. I want to commit. Oh, my gosh. 4 of Wands, maybe. Meditation brings answers. Connect with your angels, Pisces. The majority of you are so psychic. You will know if you move into meditation with the angels. Recovery. You're going to make a full recovery, Pisces. Do not stress. Now, there may also be somebody who wants to recover a situation with you. Could be a long-lost love. Ask your angels. Again, the angels want you to connect with them at a deeper level, Pisces. Anything else for my lovely Pisces? Let go. Let go, Pisces, of expecting the worst. Let go of stress, worry, fear, doubt. Let go. Also, let go of expecting a particular outcome, because I think miracles are going to be taking place for you guys. Yeah. Just let go of the fears, the worries, the doubts, the stress, and just wait. Communicate with your angels and everything's going to work out. But keep working, Pisces. If this is anything to do with finances, don't just sit back and think, oh yeah, it's fine. The angels have this in hand. No, keep working. But what they're saying is you're going to be moved into a much more comfortable situation where the stress is going to be lifted. Okay? Yeah. Not the right time at the moment. Okay, so keep working, Pisces, but this miracle is on its way. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. Believe in miracles. All right? Believe in miracles. So, guys, I'm leaving it there. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of you. And, of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye, guys.